Hey guys, some gamer dude here. So if you want to keep up with the channel, make suggestions for new videos, or just want to talk with me personally, I've got a new Discord server, links in the description. Hope to see you there, and let's get on with the video. Hey guys, some gamer dude here. So the Godzilla previews have been around for a while, but I wanted to have some experience with the game before I started talking about them. There's the set of 4 decks. We'll just go straight into it, no dilly-dallying around, because there's a lot to cover. It's a total of 16 cards. Let's start with the red-blue Godzilla deck. This seems to be themed after the final era of Godzilla. It's all the kaiju, none of the mecha. And, well, that era would be 84 through 2004. And let's just get started with our 6-cost, 6-strength Godzilla 1984. He has a new ability called Toughness, which when you summon him, you can put a card under him face down. Now he can only be attacked with characters with another new ability called Elusive. Now, this means he actually can't be attacked by the Naruto decks right now. We don't know if the new decks will have Elusive, but he can't be attacked by them, which means unless they have an ability or an enter ability or on fight ability, whatever, they can't deal with him. The card under him is just an indicator that he's got toughness. It doesn't actually do anything like protect him directly. It doesn't count as a second life for him because as soon as that card's gone, he's gone. He's also got Double Breaker. Well, he attacks +1 Guardian. I'm just going to keep calling it Double Breaker because, let's be honest, this game is essentially Duel Masters. And he's got, when he comes out, he draws you a card, which means you can fuel his toughness cost, which is pretty decent. I mean, a 6/6 in, well, sorry, just say a 6/4/6 in Chrono Clash is actually pretty cost effective. Plus Double Breaker, it's not the greatest effect in the world. It's very, very vanilla other than toughness, but it's not bad. And again, it can't be hurt by the Naruto decks outside of abilities, which is pretty neat. Then we have our 6-strength, 7-cost Rodan from Final Wars. He has toughness and elusive, so he can go kill Godzilla, although Godzilla will kill him back. Ooh, it's interesting. I've also note with the toughness ability, when they're being attacking into something, the toughness isn't set off. It's only when they're being attacked. So if you attack, say, a Guardian stack, from what we understand, that battler's strength, if it's the same or higher, your battle is still destroyed. Elusive and toughness doesn't matter there. It's only when it's being attacked as a tapped battler. So that's pretty. Again, it's good for getting around things in the Naruto decks, but I've yet to really experience people attacking battlers much yet. Now we get up to the ability card for this deck, Crystal Zone. Crystal Zone's interesting. It's a 2-cost, so 2-time, for untap one of your battlers. That's interesting because it helps try to win the game a bit more. 2-cost means it's relatively affordable. You can attack in with something. All went good. Okay, 2-time, which again, it's probably not going to put you over. Attack again. There's also some defensive things you can do there, like I don't want this guy attacked next turn, so untap him. But it's neat. And its ability when it's in the Guardian stack or for questing is you choose one of your battlers and tap it. Now, that's only really got use with Sentinel, but we have yet to see if there's Sentinels that don't want to be tapped, or you might want to attack, or you might not want to attack with Sentinels because, well, they might attack a Guardian and end up shish kebabbed. So there's that. Actually, really, it just kind of dawned on me that the best course of action with Sentinels is to attack their battlers because they get tapped anyway and they're not going to land into bad things in the Guardian zone. Sorry, the Guardian stack. And then our final card is Burning Godzilla. He's our EX card with a cost of 7 and a strength of 9. When he comes out, you choose a battler with 4 or less strength and pop it, which is pretty good. He's just also got Double Breaker and Swiftness, so he comes out and swinging, killing things, and yada yada. You'll also notice he's got a new icon. This is called Sneak Attack. For 5 time, you can cast him instead of killing off your battlers with 7 or more cost total. When you bring him out this way, he attacks immediately, even if your opponent has time, but dies afterwards. So it just comes out, goes, rawr, attacks, and then he dies. It doesn't say that you have to choose your opponent's Guardian stack to attack one of their battles, so you can still choose what he attacks, but he's coming out swinging. It's just that he dies afterwards. And considering that most of these 7 cost EX cards, these real expensive EX cards, require you to use 2, 3, 4 cards around there, him just being a straight up, well, he's probably a +1 to get him into your hand and then just -1 him away for a quick swing. I like that. And if you just want to go, my turn is ending anyway, go for it. It's a good way to just use up the end of your turn. I actually really like it. I think it's a really neat idea. Whoever thought of this sneak attack ability, it's really clever and ingenious. I like it. So let's go to our next deck, which is the blue-purple deck, which seems to be the mid-90s. It's the enemies of Godzilla, all the other kaiju, whereas the other one seems to be more Space Godzilla. The other one's more Godzilla themed. This one seems to be more themed of the other iconic creatures. Sorry, kaiju, so it's Mothra and King Ghidorah. Although I would consider Rodan iconic. Okay, he's not Mothra or Ghidorah iconic, but he's pretty iconic. So we start with Lightspeed Mothra, who, wow, that art is really strange. It's a 3 cost for 4, and it just hit me that none of those, uh, neither Godzilla nor Rodan had Guardian abilities. This one actually does. Anyway, she's a 3 cost for 4. Remember, Mothra's a girl. She has swiftness, elusive, and withdraw. So when she dies in battle, she comes back to your hand. She can attack characters with toughness, and she comes out swinging. I think she's neat. I like her. She's cool. And when she's destroyed as a guardian, you can return this card to your hand. So you draw her, which is really neat. She's a +1 that way. I like her too. She's neat. I like Mothra. I've always liked Mothra though. She's popular for a reason. Then we have the 9 cost King Ghidorah from 1998. He has 6 strength, which is quite low for 9, but wow is his effect worth it. You can tap him, choose an opponent's battle with 6 or less cost, and pop it. So you don't have to attack, you just go, okay, Ghidorah, start killing things. He's got Double Breaker, and he's got Sneak Attack of 7. I honestly wouldn't use that Sneak Attack. Okay, if it's a dead card in your hand, fine, just pop it out, attack, kill him, whatever. It's 9 is a lot to pay for it. But just as soon as you have, say, a decent amount of time, just bring him out and just start popping stuff. Yeah, at 6 strength, he's going to get attacked fairly early if you can't protect him and whatnot. That crystal card, the crystal zone, might work well with him because you can just bring him out, tap him, kill something, untap him, and then go with the rest of your turn. It's an interesting thing. But I want to see how this plays out because it's a very awkward card in a few ways, but it's also a very good card in other ways. I want to see how vulnerable it is. But even if you just bring it out, tap it, kill something, you still got +1 or flats, and your opponent has to attack into it. So then we have the 2 cost Mothra's Theme, the ability card. One of your battlers gains +1 breaker. Takes a further one in the Guardian stack. Which, wow, you can kind of just go whole hog and just go, okay, you've only got, say, 4 cards left in your Guardian stack. If there's a +2 in this deck, okay, well, existing at all in this set, I should say. I'm just going to attack them all now. And if you've got enough time and you can just use multiple Mothra's themes, okay, all the breakers. That's funny. I like it. I don't know if I think the breaker kind of stops if your opponent runs out of guardians. I don't think it counts as the final attack because despite being a bit different to shields in Duel Masters, it's still got that similarity. Anyway, like Mothra, when it's a guardian ability, it goes to your hand, which is interesting. And then we have the 6 cost EX Mothra 1992. Has some really pretty art. There's actually some really nice art in this set in general. Love a lot of the artwork since so far, though the Lightspeed Mothra is a bit strange looking. When she's destroyed, you get an EX card. She costs 6 and has 6 strength, which is fairly low, let's be honest. She has Double Breaker, Swiftness, and Elusive, which she can go pop Godzilla, and you get an EX card back anyway. But you paid 6 to get her out. It's interesting. Actually, it's interesting we haven't seen anything less than 4 so far, because it means that, unlike the Naruto one, which can gradually grind up, okay, 1, 3, 4, or whatever, it just swings backwards and forwards. This one's just going to be like 6, 5, 9. Versus Naruto, Naruto's going to have a ton of things on board and speed. But we'll see how things pan out. It's going to be really interesting seeing them fight each other. You can't mix the decks, unfortunately, although I kind of think that's good for balance reasons now that they're expanding established themes. But it's going to be interesting to see how those things fight. So let's go on to the next deck, the red-green Mecha Godzilla deck. It's all the mecha from the Godzilla thing. So we have Garuda, Mecha Godzilla, and Kiryu Type 3, which is also Mecha Godzilla. So let's start with Mecha Godzilla 1993. It's a 6 cost for 6, like the Godzilla we saw before. When he battles, you choose a battler and it gains -2 strength, which is pretty cool. He can just start ramming into things. And he's got double breakup, which means if you don't want to start attacking things, you can start attacking the Guardian stack. And he's got 2 sets of toughness. So he's really tough. Because toughness only deactivates when they and kills them when they have no toughness cards under them. So he's got 2 indications of toughness. It's expensive to get. It's 3 cards. I think this is why the EX cards have this sneak attack effect, because this new toughness ability costs a lot, and we haven't seen things like Legion or that yet. Mechagodzilla looks pretty freaking good. Next, we have the 4 cost 3 strength Garuda, who has sneak attack for 3, which will make sense in a bit, elusive, Legion, and when it comes out, you choose a battler and gains -3 strength. So how you use this card is you either bring it out, give something -3, use something else to slam into it, like Mechagodzilla, who we already discussed, or you bring something down to 3, slam into it with Garuda, and then use Legion to look at the top card of your deck. Sorry, discard the top card of your deck. If it's a battler, it goes to your hand. And as an ability, when it's a Guardian, you choose a battler and it gains -3 power. So it works like it did for a sneak attack. You can just start punishing them, which is pretty cool. If it gets attacked by a 6, it goes down to a 3 and dies anyway. Then we have the super expensive armed attack. At 6, you're going to need 7 or more time to really get this pumping. It means all your battlers gain sneak attack of 0. So they cost you no time to bring out. They all just come out, flood the board, and start attacking your opponent's guardian stack or cards, whatever. Just start going for that all-out attack. That's what the art depicts. That's what it's meant to do. Given it's 6 and you have to have 6 or more time, sorry, probably 6 or 7 more time to use it, I think it's a really hard to use card, but it's a really neat card. And its ability is, when it's a Guardian, it just goes to your hand, which is pretty cool. It's hand advantage. Finally, for this deck, we have Kiryu Type 3, which is the final Mechagodzilla, I think, or the second last one, because there's 3 Mechagodzillas. Anyway, it's 9 cost, 9 strength, and wow, it's got a lot of effects. It's got swiftness, it's got triple breaker, toughness, and then your battlers with toughness gain a 3rd breaker. So Kiryu over here goes up to quadruple breaker, which means he's pretty much attacking the entire Guardian stack at once at that point. And things like Mechagodzilla attacking for 3, it's a really strong card. It's just starts ending things. And at 9 toughness and at 9 strength, it's really cool. I don't think there's much in the decks that can attack back at 9. But again, 9 cost, it is a bastard to get out. It's a cool card. It's a game winner. That's what this deck seems to be, going for its very mid-range control and then heavy game enders. It actually looks like the type of thing that'd be up my alley. I quite like it. So it's got my interest. Next we go up to what is early Godzilla, but as I mentioned before, not earliest Godzilla, we're only going from 64 onwards here. I hope to see 52 is, sorry, 54. Yeah, 54, the original Godzilla, is the green and blue Godzilla. We have Godzilla 1964. 5 cost with 4 strength, double breaker, leader -1, so your next card costs -1, which is actually good considering how heavy all of these things are to cast. And when he battles, he gains +3 strength, which is pretty neat. And as an ability on the Guardian, he draws you a card, which is pretty cool. It's a +1. I like him. Again, more of those really big cards that are very swingy, but yeah, I kind of want to see more of these ones that are helping it not be so big swingy. We haven't really seen many cheap cards yet. Clearly they exist because, well, one in this set's 3. Anyway, I like Godzilla 1964. I think he's pretty neat. Godzilla, the fourth form. I'm not exactly sure what that's from. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, it's a 7 cost with 8 strength, so it actually surpasses. And it's got 2 effects. It's a double breaker. It's got Sentinel, so when it's tapped, your opponent can't attack your Guardian stack. When it's destroyed, you choose a battle with 3 or less strength and destroy it. Well, in the Godzilla sets, doesn't sound like it's going to have many targets, but we haven't seen all that many cards. I kind of wouldn't worry about the double breaker. I just kind of slam into their King Ghidorah or whatever and just start going from there to get him tapped. Next up, we have Godzilla's Invasion. It's 1 time. You tap one of your battlers, which is a great way to get Godzilla 4th form tapped, and you gain +3 time. And as a Guardian, it gives +2 time, so you can start ending your opponent's turn that way. Or give you more time because their thing now pushes you further over, which is pretty neat. I actually like the idea of a card setting off Sentinel. That's really neat because Sentinel either needs to attack into something small or needs a little bit of help. Then we have the EX Battler for this set that we've seen, Jet Jaguar from 1973. It's really surprising to see Jet Jaguar back again because he's kind of a one movie wonder. He's got swiftness, elusive, and withdraw. So when he comes out, can attack that turn. He can attack battlers with toughness, and when he's destroyed, he comes back to your hand. And when he battles, he gains +3 strength. So his 2 strength becomes a 5, which is, I guess, it's pretty useful in this deck. It can be used. It's, again, when he's destroyed, he comes back to your hand. So he's a continuous card in your hand, and 3 cost isn't that hard to fuel, especially with all these swingy cards. Jet Jaguar doesn't seem bad. I'm not sure how much 5 is going to kill in this set, but versus Naruto, it'll kill a fair decent amount. And that is our final deck. I kind of forgot that we'd already gone through all 4. But I'm liking what we're seeing. I really am. I know there's another card that's been shown on the Facebook page. I'll get it up. And the final card we've seen seems to be from the red-blue early Godzilla deck is Godzilla Jr., who is a 5 cost, 4 strength battler. When he attacks, against +3 strength. And his ability is when he's a guardian, he goes to your hand, which more of this hand advantage for Godzilla. Things don't seem to want to die in the Godzilla sets, which is really interesting. It's a pretty decent card. I like it enough. It's not terribly interesting, but it's pretty neat. It's unfortunate they haven't really shown that much more off because it does come out at the end of the month. But as spoilers come up and we have a fair few, I'll say about 5, we'll start talking about it. So that's all for today. I quite like the previews so far. I'm looking forward to my box at the end of the month. And I'll see you guys next video.